All right. Welcome to By Your Side with B-Wise and Tino here on CADA.
Boom.
Man, I feel like this is a moment that, I've been super excited for, that we've all been waiting for. What can I say? Like these men next to me don't really need an introduction.
Come on, man. This is legendary. Let's go, man. Come on.
I need to just say something real quick. Since bursting on the scene in 2017, but I felt like the country and the world started to take notice in 2019 after their song The Message. I'm talking about one of the most talented, iconic, and if not even influential, controversial, but at the same time, what can I say? Multi-millions of streams, independent, by the way. Please take note of that. ARIA chart looks, massive international features. Hailing from Mount Druitt. It's the brothers. My brothers ONEFOUR. What's happening?
Yo, what's going on? Love.
I feel like we make noise.
Can we just have a clap? Come on.
Yo.
This is not an average
It's
day.
not an average thing, and we only on episode 2, bro.
This is episode 2. This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna give the streets what they want. That's all we're doing. This is for the street. This is not for commercial people. What the streets want. They say they want a 1-4. Wise made the call. It happened. Let's go.
We did it, and I appreciate you. And thank you, boys, on some real shit. Like, thank you for pulling up. This is new. I actually want to start with you, YP, fam. My brother, welcome home, G.
Appreciate that.
The last time I saw you, we were talking at the Arias and that, and then, I didn't.
She can't even remember that.
Bro, it was a big night, though. It was a big night. But that was the last time I saw you, and bro, like, it's really good to see you back reunited with the team. Your presence was definitely missed from the scene itself. But I just want to jump in real quick because you came out. I feel like you took some time, obviously, to get adjusted. And for people at home, and not many of us can't really relate, what it must be like to go in or to be incarcerated at a time when your career and the career of the group as well is projecting, right? And that must have been a feeling. But then when you came out, I feel you took your time, and then also when you've put out this song Out of Sight, bro, like you've addressed certain issues and you stepped into your bag, and feels like there's a personal growth that's happened that only you can explain. So I just wanted to ask you, like, what was your mindset on Out of Sight, fam?
My mindset on Out of Sight, I just needed to get some shit off my chest, real shit, Sitting in cells and that, for a period of time, it does things to your head, even though some people want to shy away from it, bro. But the systems, it builds people to remain in the system and that,
Yes,
I was just blessed I got this music thing to just
100
keep my mind straight, keep my mind focused on this music. Otherwise, I probably real shit end up back there.
Nah, real talk, man. I could feel like we could feel that from you, and then obviously seeing that, like your dedication back to the art. And the art's what's gonna drive you, man. So blessings to you. So I guess then when going on with you, Ams and with Spenny, you guys were left to sort of, in a sense, to carry this torch. And I want to actually take my hat off to you because still as a unit, you've managed to do that. Like, not only as independent artists, but as businessmen, you all got together and carried this torch and kept it flying high.
And I think also, just as well as kept flying high, you guys just kept it moving, regardless of whatever situation. Had this come out the left side, this come out the right side, but you guys just remain consistent. And it's not easy. It's definitely a burden. I saw you guys just do your thing. So I think a lot of artists also saw that as well, that it doesn't matter what people say about you or, the noise around you. As long as you're focused, you got a good team, you got Rick over there, you got great producers who you work with, So, I think a lot of people saw that and paid attention to that and really started to, imitate that, for better or worse.
Real talk, I want to start even with you, Spain. I want to ask you, when you were faced with this dilemma between you and Jada sort of to carry this weight or where we're going to take it, like, was there any anxiety or was there any thought? What was the thought process? What were you,
100%. There was a bit of like nerves because, coming up through the ranks, like together as a team of a group of 4 or 5, like having the boys go away and then like looking to the side where it was just me and JMs. 100% there was a bit of nerves because when we blew up, like we were a group of 4, and for 2 of the boys to go inside, it was kind of like it had pressure on us because we had to like look at each other and be like, are we gonna be the ones to carry this now?
True.
Are the fans gonna be, are they gonna accept us as a group of two, but definitely we had like obstacles that we had to face. But I felt like we overcome them, and
Real talk.
you know, people got behind us, and you know, we just stuck with it. To the point where now YP's out and we're making music again. It feels good to be in the room with three of us, even though we're waiting for some of the other boys to come, but we definitely surpassed like waiting for them.
I think you did. What are you doing? What did you approach it, bro?
Nah, yeah,
I see you like,
You
I
guys
don't
see
give a
it
fuck, bro. I was just like, whatever, cuz I wait.
yeah, I was on the same boat as Svenny. Like, there was definitely a lot of pressure, but you know, it's me. Svenny knew the role we had to play, and we had to play our part in the boys' cut. So that's what we did.
All right, bet. Well, there you go, and there you have it. So what we're gonna do right now is we're gonna get into some music. What's the vibe, Tina? What we saying?
Oh man, we're excited about this. We're excited to roll this out. So today, right now, we have ONEFOUR Cap. So tune in and stay with us.
It's a big tune. New just dropped. Cap, let's get it.
Stop capping.
We're gonna use that as a what's it called? Like a drop.
Would,
Use
but-
that as a drop.
Would.
For real, that's what bro. That's where they got good.
Yeah.
Boys. Thank you, bro. Welcome back to By Your Side with B-Wise and Tino right here on CADA, and we're still here with the one and only ONEFOUR. Now, one thing we do here, boys, is we like to talk about the creative process and like the creative. When artists get into it, and obviously me being an artist, I like to get into that and see what everyone's style is. Now, the thing is, with what we heard when you did My City with the Kid LAROI, obviously we see him flying the flag international in a sense now. But I want to ask you a little bit about your creative experience when you guys worked on that record, and you know, was there anything that you picked up from one another, or did you learn from him, or he learned from you? Like, what was that experience like, bro? I'll start with you, Ems.
So I guess I'll start with past experience with the Kid LAROI.
Mm-hmm.
So we linked up way back when he was staying in the country before he, you know, took off.
Yeah.
And I admit, like, definitely learned heaps of stuff from him, recording with him and being able to be in the same room as him and stuff like that. So leading on to My City, yeah. When he sent those, he sent a couple tracks over, but when he sent that one over, we knew that was he.
That was the joint. Yeah.
And yeah.
Let me ask you, but like all you guys, a question. What was it like when you guys linked up and you guys Won't Stop? What was the vibe like? Walk me through what happened and what was the creative process?
That was a vibe, man. We miss you, my brother, but we held it down. We got an Airbnb in the
middle of nowhere.
Yeah, in the middle of nowhere called Wiseman's Ferry or something like that. And then we stayed there for like 2-3 days. We worked, and even actually speaking of the creative process, like for me, even watching how you guys worked, and I mean, because I would do a lot of stuff like melodic and top lining, things like that. But then seeing how, I think he's even worked on Home and Away there as well, right? And then just watching like how you would approach bars, watching how you approach like delivery, it kind of gave me that vim again. I'm just like, man, I miss like just that rawness just to rap, you know what I'm saying? 100%. And then I was there doing top lines and melodies of the chorus for Won't Stop, and then I think one of the guys was just like, bro, this is cool, bro. Like, what's he doing? Like, I was just sitting there, you know, and then there's like, bro, is this guy, what is he doing? And then later, they saw my process, was like, all right, I'll fill it in with, you know, the words and shit. So, yeah, man, but I mean, so yeah, like with you guys, it's good to see all that. And then you're saying as well, with you guys at your records and working with LAROI, you were able to pick up some different ways there, right?
Yeah, he pretty much did like the same thing. That's exactly what we thought when he was doing it. Like, that's exactly what we thought when he was doing it. What the fuck is he up to?
I mean, we all saw each other doing that, I think, coming up. And look, we just played Cap before, man, and look, without a doubt, I mean, we're talking to the pioneers of drill music in this country, hands down. I mean, having like the success that's come along, you know, with you guys being authentic and also being consistent as well. I mean, the pros and the benefits are that we can see the success that's happened with the group. But I guess I want to ask, and I might direct this to you, YP, like, is there any, what would you say is the difficulties of obviously being the head of this subgenre? Is there any like challenges or anything like that at all?
Yeah, definitely, you know, because like, the real shit, like, drill music it's not like, well, it's coming towards the clubs now. It's coming towards like the mainstream kind of sound, but drill sound is for the hood. It's for the kids that grew up, you know, in the struggle and shit. So like, drill music comes with the problems that come with the hood, you know.
What's up?
Whether it's trying to get out of that lifestyle. Comes with cops, comes with everything. You know, the lot, but
that's it.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's and that's why I think again, like your authenticity has come through. But yeah, there's definitely a lot of challenges. What about you, Spen? What would you say?
Yeah, we're being the first dual act to come out of Australia. Obviously, like we're the first ones to cop everything, like to cop the blame for whatever happens on the street. Like we're obviously the battering ram that everyone uses, or that police, for example, use as an example. So, yeah, definitely we do cop a bit of it, but you know that's the sound that we come up with. But it's definitely not the only sound that. Or not the only genre that we can do.
Yeah,
and like with drill and that, it's like we are drill artists. We did come up as drill artists, but we're artists at the end of the day. 100%. We're trying to make music for everyone, and like pretty much with our experiences at the time, that's how we're feeling. But now it's kind of changing. You know, we're starting to look into bigger things, and you know, life's a bit better for us now.
Real talk, sir. What about you, Ems? What are you saying? What would you say? Has there been any challenges, or are you adding on to that?
Yeah, I guess Spenny pretty much dimmed down and everything, but I guess with music in general, there is a lot of pressure, you know, there's a high expectation, there's a big bar that we set for everything. So coming out with Cap, it's just bringing that shit, bringing music back to life and showing people like how it's meant to be done.
Because you know, you say like, you know, people say it's dead or one thing, but you're bringing it back. But I feel, and also being not just a fan but a spectator, is just like that your versatility that you guys have been able to show is just like, all right, cool, we did this and we start this up. All right, bet. Now we can do this and we can do that, and we, you know what I mean. And so you set and you continue, and even from a visual perspective, everything, like you continue to set that bar and you set that measure. So I give you love and respect on that, and the hats off. All right. So yeah, man, I actually tying in what you said earlier before, because you set this standard, it's also, you know, you guys take a lot of the blows, and sometimes it can feel a bit like 1-4 versus everyone else, you know, but you're playing defense almost now because you have so much to protect, and you know what I mean, and there's a lot going on. The no performance order, I want to ask about that real quick. And I actually want to start with you, like, can you run us through for anyone who's listening who doesn't know what it is? Because the last time I think I saw you guys perform, like, as a whole squad was in Marrickville, was like 3 or 4 years ago when the buzz was just starting up. And y'all had like about 20 people on stage.
It was about 30, 40 of y'all.
And I'm like, who are these guys, bro? Like, it's a movie. And then since then, there's been like a handful of surprise pop-ups and things like that. Yeah. But can you please explain to anyone at home who's listening, like, what is this no performance order and what's the status of it?
I don't know, it's pretty hard to explain, like, because we do get shows every now and then, but I guess we just get shut down every now and then, and that by the coppers, and that we're not really allowed to perform in Sydney.
Right.
If I was to be straight up.
Okay.
That no performance, whatever it is, that issue, I think is self-explanatory.
Yeah.
It means no performing, especially for like us, and it's been hard to get shows and that, because like even when we try to do right, it just gets slid under the rug. And if anything happens within the streets, not even with your name, but just with young cats, this and that, it ties in. All right, ONEFOUR, they were the one, even if it was in a whole different state, or they were the one, or
they'll still throw it back to the biggest face.
But you guys also, you gotta big up yourself, because think about how much you guys have grown and the amount of people that you've touched all around Australia and the world, and you've barely even performed. Imagine eventually when you're going to be able to touch road and you're actually going to meet these people who vibe with the music.
Like, yeah, we sound like a breaking record. Like, this is a subject that's been going on for years now. Like, people say that, people seem to forget that like the last show that we ever did was in Brisbane, and that was like 3 years ago.
Cracker show.
All 4 of us, and we sold that out in under an hour.
Exactly.
And like, we haven't been able.
How long did it
say
take?
It again with your chest, man?
It was an hour. We sold it out in an hour, and that was like one of the biggest halls in Brisbane. And like,
Festival Hall.
People forget that we haven't been able to do shows, but it's been swept under the rug. Like, it's not a topic that's been spoken about, but it is happening in the background.
Well, that's why we want to talk about it. We talk about everything here. We keep it real, transparent, relevant. So we're going to go into a song that I personally like. The boys had shown me once before it was actually released, and it's always been a favorite of mine. This song right here is called Heartless. Stay with us. We'll be back.
All right, welcome back to By Your Side Radio on CADA 96.1. That was Heartless. That was one of my favorite songs of the EP.
And while we were on, while it was playing, we're just having a joke real quick. And what did you say before, bro?
Okay, this is what I said.
was like, say that on it.
So, if the 15-year-old you was to look at you now, would the 15-year-old you think that you're cool?
Which 15-year-old kid are you talking about?
You, like, imagine the 15-year-old version of yourself. If
he'd be proud, simple as that. Yeah, period.
Real talk.
Yeah, Why is that?
Because I just finished my GD in the College of Criminals. Fucking, I don't know, like, real shit. I think it's just, like, growing up where we're from, all your life you're getting downplayed, and you're just told you can't do this, you can't do that, you're going to jail, gonna be a victim to the system, 1, 2, 3. And then what, like, just the other week was on JD billboards.
That's what I want to ask
covers,
you, man.
Come on.
Face of Nike. It was the month of Air Max. You guys were the face of that. Australia, New Zealand.
Yeah.
Billboards, fam. Like the whole go. I mean, how did that feel? And also, I guess what I want to even ask is like, what is it like now? We're talking about collaborating with massive corporates. We're talking about these collaborations happening. So what was the experience like? How did that even come about with this JD situation and Nike?
So yeah, with the JD situation, they reached out to us for we did something else with them. I can't remember what it was, but yeah, we did something with them. Another ad. Oh yeah, it was an ad that we did a bit of acting in that one first time. But then yeah, we just built up our relationship with them, and then they hit us up for the month of Air Max, and they were telling us that we're gonna be on the billboards for Australia and New Zealand. And
big look.
You know, it was something that hit me because I remember going to, Pack Fair in Gold Coast. You go Pack Fair in Gold Coast, and I'm like 17, like walking around Pack Fair Gold Coast, and I see the big JD sign outside of Pack Fair in Gold Coast, and I always visualize myself thinking like one day I want to be that guy up there. And then like when the JD and that dropped, like we're up there, and like people were sending us videos and stuff of like the big photo of us on Pack Fair. I was like this is the shit that I was thinking of back then, and now it's happening. It's like a weird feeling when it happens, but
you gotta
it's
enjoy
kind of surreal, you know. And then you get over it after a week.
But why, Peter?
I didn't get over it, bro.
What about you? I mean, where were you 9 months to now being the face of JD all over Australia and New Zealand? How does that feel?
Like, bro, to be honest, like, I still spin out because it's like a bit surreal. Because especially being locked up at this time, like no lagging's the same, but this lagging, but you're doing a lot of time by yourself because of this COVID situation.
Yeah.
And so I was just in like a 3x3 cell, come outside, and now like my face is all over the billboards in Australia and New Zealand. So like, yeah, I'm proud of that shit, like, you know.
Come on,
there's no other words. Like,
shout out to growth.
Shout out.
Yeah,
that's what this show's about, growth.
That's real talk. Connection, right? So there's a big connection, obviously, between sports and music as well. We've seen a lot of sports individuals as well come and throw their weight and support behind you guys. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, Bam Bam, two of us, Penrith Panthers. You know, me sitting at home watching the finals and just seeing, you guys as they're walking down the tunnel and they're playing the tracks on the Yui Boom and that. Like, what's that? What's that relationship
you guys should
like
to
have
that?
Finals. To have that, Jay. How do you feel?
Nah, it's just big up all the boys doing their thing, you know. All the Penrith players, Ty doing his thing in the UFC. But I guess with them, we had that connection with them growing up. Yeah. So Brian and that we ended up going to the same primary school, and Critter and that we all
Beast.
Yeah. Beast, Critter and that we all play ball like in their free time when we can, you know.
Real talk.
We still hit the local courts and try and ball up, you know.
Oh yeah.
Whenever we get free time, you know.
Are you balling like that, huh?
Yeah. And Critter will tell you what's up.
Yeah. All right. You know, we're trying to check that. We're gonna do our fact checking.
We're gonna do the fact checking.
Come on.
But yeah.
So it's an inner sanctum though, like back and forth. Like it's like, all right, you guys handle that area, we handle this area, and then like let's bring it all together for our ends.
And we all try and support each other, you know, whatever way we can.
Bro, we can see it. And how did it feel seeing Penrith win the finals? What was the vibe like? Huh? Well, how'd you?
Bro, my cell door was bro. Boom, boom, boom. Get the fuck up, bro.
Oh shit!
Yeah, like,
come on, I was gonna say, bro. So you would have been cheering, bro.
Oh, bro, like real shit, like, cause they were doing a lot of like behind scenes on the news, on the footy show, and they had like the streets of Mount Druitt and what they were doing. It was a whole block party from Luxford Road all the way to the other side of Luxford Road.
You were
I was
out
just,
there with the fireworks,
bro,
and you were watching them from then, like that's my man's. Oh my god.
Yeah, it was crazy, man.
Nah, big up, man. That's what's up, bro. Real talk. Look, I want to ask something real quick. You know what I mean? Want to know a little bit more about yourselves now. All right, I'm gonna go this way and come around. I've heard you, cuz, a bit of a crypto. You know, working into some investments. You know a bit about the crypto stuff. Have you got any?
I don't know too much about crypto.
I started to play around with it too, bro. So you know, is there any? You know, I'm not saying we're giving financial advice, but are you finding a bit of, obviously now, you know, doing what we do, and in this music thing, you know, we have a bit more disposable income these days now, so we got to look places to put our cash a little bit. So, you know, I personally play around with the crypto thing a little bit. And I heard you do a little bit too.
Yeah, for me, it's not even like the income. I feel like it's like with my name and with what I got, like and people that like our music. There's a lot of people that like to reach out and like teach us new things. So the way I look at it is like if one door opens, another one opens, and I just try and use the fame that I got to try and get into those $1 million conversations and to speak to new people.
That's it, bro. That's what you just said right there. That's to use your name, because music is one of the best business cards that you possibly can have, and it opens more doors, and we have different conversations with that $1 million mindset. So I like that. My brother, with you, Men's Health. My God, like that's a whole different drip, bro.
This guy's a bottle down.
No, it's a whole different drip. Yeah. So obviously, like, what's training like been like for you? Even when you walk in, I said, man, you looking good. Cause like, you know, in that way, I'm just like, bro, you looking solid. Cause like, what's the vibe? Obviously, what's training been like and meant for you? Obviously, was that part of the regime? Is that like, you know, your day to day and everything, or what?
Bro, like training is like installed in you, especially in like jail. You know, you can either choose to be that guy over there that's just gonna be like wasting his time away being in the cell. You can be that other guy that's just, you know, touching everyone's pockets, this and that. Or you can be the guy that's gonna train and show everyone, bro, you know, you try me, I'm gonna put you to play. Simple as that.
Talk. Real talk.
So,
and
you know, for me, I was training every day.
Yeah.
Still come outside, train every day.
And I guess it gives you your mind in a framework, like a rhythm, a regiment as well. So is it like also, do you look at it like preparing for when I'm outside on top as well? Do you look at it that way, or is it just more what you were saying?
Yeah, nah, to be honest, I didn't really see it like that. I
Cool.
just really enjoyed training. I come to a place where I was just woke up and it was just part of my routine.
Yes, sir.
Like, you know, I got to go work, got to train.
That's it. I love that, bro.
Stay fit.
And my man's over here. He's looking down at my screen. I'm you know what I'm saying.
I got nothing, man.
What are you saying, fam? Like, so apparently you're a gamer. But don't talk about FIFA though. I heard, but
where you getting this shit from, bro?
Don't worry, brother. Like, look, you know, but you play, you know, like I know you a gamer, man. Is that what people? Because people want to know as well, like what you do outside of this music shit.
Nah, so I want to start streaming and that soon, but you know, ever since COVID hit, everyone had to stay indoors and there was nothing to do. Like, so yeah, I trained a bit every now and then, but I got onto my games and that.
Me
Love
too.
playing CADA and that.
So you're Call of Duty.
Yeah.
All right.
Warzone.
I know you're asking all the questions, but I just want to ask, like, where are you getting all your information?
Where I get my info?
We do our research.
I mean,
right there.
Look, he's pretty privy too. But I also spent a little time with you as well. And I picked up little things, but I know we did have this conversation about gaming anyway. So yeah. I was telling you don't play with me on FIFA, and you're like, that's all good. But anyway, that's all. No, it's good to hear, man. I mean, shit, Tino, man. Bro, it's we here. We only on episode 2. I feel like, man, I just want to say and also quickly give you your flowers, man. I mean, our relationship since I met you, even you coming through and supporting this show that we're doing. Obviously, we're just trying to do something different. I'm not from media. You know, he's did a little his own thing, but I mean, like, this is a whole new thing for the culture, and to have you here and be with us, and especially from my end, bro. Like, I really appreciate your time. So I mean, this is what it's about. And ONEFOUR, you've always stood tall, and he's always backed everything he's done. So I appreciate you, and I salute you, and I really wish the best and hope to see you guys continue to grow and shine.
And
Real
I think
talk.
also adding on that is that, like, you know, you guys have gone so far, and especially from someone that's from Western Sydney. I'm all from Southwest. I grew up in Canberra, but just seeing like people from my area and from my environment succeed. A lot of kids are looking at you. A lot of kids are inspired by you. You know, a lot of kids are motivated by what you guys are doing. And I know internationally as well, a lot of cats are telling me, yo, who are these brothers over here from Sydney? What are their names? Where they're from? And I'm like, yo, that's ONEFOUR, man. So at the end of the day, man, don't stop. You know what I mean? Because, you know, you have a lot of people supporting you and you guys are doing some great things.
Real talk. Real talk. ONEFOUR, man. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. This is By Your Side. Shout out. Let's get it.